Another thing that's so interesting, and your relationship with him is interesting in the show, is the late great Ray Liotta plays your father.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, when I read the script, that element of the story was kind of what appealed to me most about it, because that really is the beating heart of the show. Lots of what motivates Jimmy into taking this opportunity is to be reunited with his father, who he has this incredibly close, very, very, very loving relationship with. But certainly in our story, I wouldn't want to speak about the real Jimmy Keen's relationship with his father, but certainly in our story, there's a kind of an imperfect quality to the way they interact. There's that famous thing that we're all messed up by our parents, and that certainly applies a little bit in this case. But it's a beautifully, beautifully written relationship. Dennis Lehane, who created and showran Blackbird, I think just did an incredible job of writing particularly these two parts. And, I know Ray read the script and agreed to play the role in under 24 hours. And he and I had a really, really amazing time together. It was one of the more profound experiences of my acting career. We just connected immediately. It was an odd thing, and it was all dictated by him. It was dictated by the way that he handled himself and the way that he conducted himself as an actor on set. I did an Instagram post about it when he died, but the first day I met him, he was on set and he didn't talk to me when we first arrived on set. And it's always strange meeting heroes and acting legends, but it was a really unusual thing, because that makes it sound like he was being standoffish or dismissive, but it was so clearly not that. He was just there kind of harnessing energy for the scene, I think. And even though he didn't speak to me, when he spotted me, he did walk up to me and he just embraced me. And I said sort of, quietly to him, I'm really glad we're doing this together. And he said, me too. And those are the only words we shared, other than the scenes we did that day. And it was quite it was a very, I felt like I grew as an actor through doing those scenes with Ray. He was a gentleman. He was brilliant. And in my opinion, I think it's one of the best performances of his career.
Yeah, he's extraordinary.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
Yeah. Well, the dynamic between Jimmy and I guess Big Jim, or James as Ray's character is, when the first time we see Jimmy, his friends in like this drug mansion are like watching old glory videos of Jimmy running as the star football player. And you walk off with like a bag of Coke and money to, go on a deal. And within the pilot, I don't think this is much of a spoiler, but we learned that, you have a very opposite relationship what your father's role was as a police officer. Yeah. And yet that there is this vibe, I think Dennis Lehane said in his tribute, that like Ray played him in a way that like he would have run into a burning building to save Jimmy. Like it didn't matter. That was his son. Yeah. And that's just such like an interesting relationship to unfold and watch and tackle with someone like Ray. Yeah, I mean, they're these two guys who have been, both my character Jimmy and Big Jim, two guys who have been kind of pillars of the community. Jimmy was a high school football star, and his father was a decorated cop, but kind of behind closed doors were both being maybe a little shady. Yeah, a little shady. Exactly.
And that's what Ray Liotta plays so well.
And that's what Ray is so
and you
great
understand Jimmy.
Yeah.
Then
exactly,
and why he took his path.
But that exactly as you said about Dennis, our showrunner, in his tribute. Ray, it's written that the character would run into a burning building for his son, but Ray just brought that energy in abundance. And actually, a few weeks ago when I first saw the show, I texted Ray, and we were excited to see one another again, and I said your performance in the show is beautiful, and I'm really proud of the work we did. And he texted me just saying all he said was, you made it very easy to love my son. And it, I don't know, I mean, I feel a little bit emotional actually, but it was just a profound thing working with Ray playing these two roles, and a real highlight of the whole experience.